Alright guys, we're going to talk a little bit about electronics on your boat, because that is a key factor on catching fish.
That fish would have to have a corner for me.
I have been running a charter boat here since '99, so pretty much 23 years. And I ran charter boats before in other places. I've been in the commercial fishing industry since I was in diapers. My grandfather owns a commercial boat, and I spent a lot of time on that boat.
Oh yeah, all day.
Nice fish. Nice, beautiful chromer. But electronics are definitely key in staying productive. On the shoreline, you can actually see the faint lines right here. We got one at 88, one at 66, and we're just coming into some fish here right now with a bunch of bait. Trying to get a few king salmon. We got one in the boat, one shaker release. They're also a good safety issue. I don't have any one of my rental boats that doesn't have a colored GPS unit on it. One, they know where obstructions are and the depths, and when they're running downriggers and stuff like that, they need to know the depths. Let's send this one down to 88 feet, running to 66 on the other one. Keep a nice tight bend on the rod so it's loaded. They need to know them accurately, and they need to know them right away. So if they start breaking gear, they got no excuses. Me too. It's just a lack of paying attention. But over the years, I have had a hodgepodge of electronics. And I ran Lowrance, and I ran Standard Horizon, and most of it was a money issue, because I didn't want to spend the money, or I wasn't familiar with the program, or it looked a little more complicated to use, and that was what I based my electronics on. And the fishing is not what it used to be anywhere. I don't think many people can say that no matter where you've been, you should have seen the fishing back when I was a kid. So any edge you have is a plus. And I've found that Garmin is pumping out, I think, the best piece of equipment for the money. It's user friendly. And simple. Their customer service is awesome. There won't be anything else that I put on any of my boats that isn't Garmin. The radar units are phenomenal. So this is the Garmin Fathom 18-inch. It's pretty sleek. It doesn't take up a bunch of room, but it's a nice unit. If you're networking and you want really good clarity, this is an extra antenna. The Garmin sells an extra antenna just for your GPS, and it just really fine-tunes your location, and I highly recommend it. And we get a lot of fog here in late summer, and just the safety factor, I gotta have confidence in what I use and what I'm running, and I have all the confidence in the world of Garmin, and I know that no product is flawless, no product is perfect, but I went with a networking system, so if one unit goes out, I only have one transducer, I only have one radar, and I just ordered another unit. It hasn't showed up on the float plane yet, but it's going in, and this is the 93.4. And it's a networking to the main unit up front. This is a 9-inch screen, but it has a lot of different features. I can still run my radar from back here. I can still go to my sonar. I can still go to my charts. I can do combos. It's all touchscreen. And now that I've extended this deck out, I really want to be able to see not through the windshield and where I used to have it. I've got it here on the back deck. And with it networking to each unit, I'll have 3 of these. I'm going to have this one up on the top, up front. When the unit comes in, I've already got it wired ready. I've already got all the wiring ready to go. And the holes ready to go and everything. I just need the unit. So when I get that unit, I'm going to run my 12-inch screen. It's just going to be my chart. I could do different things with it, but I want that big visual, that chart for me. And then up on the top, above that, on the top of the cab or inside, I'm going to have this unit, and I'm going to run it strictly as a sonar. And then I mostly run this one as the sonar also. Just because I'm back here and I'm trolling or I'm halibut fishing, I want to know where the bait is. I want to know where the fish are. Con just dropped down trying to catch some bait fish, and you can see where his sinker just dropped down. He was jigging there trying to get where the fish were, but you can see where he just attempted, and it picks up that little 6-ounce sinker perfectly. You can't see halibut because they're on the bottom, but I'm gonna keep these all set up. And so if this unit ever went down, I could unplug that one and I could come back here and I could put it here and I would have a backup. If the main unit goes down, I could run everything off the smaller unit and I could keep going and I wouldn't be stuck. You know, I mean, I'm not just stuck to one unit and that's it. So I know that none of this gear is perfect, but Garmin puts out an almost perfect product. And I know that I'd have one in a box within 7 to 10 days, even in Alaska. But I have all the confidence in the world. I hope that you've seen some of the videos this week with my family out fishing. Bring it back to the net. In. Okay, let a little line out. 8, 9, 10 boats. 10 of us out here.
And we've caught 5 king salmon, and the rest of them haven't really caught diddly squat. What's your secret?
Lucky. I'll take it. Keep on the depth and keep your speed going right and get the right colors. Today we're running hooded herring and 11-inch hot spot flashers, and switch it up and find out what works for you, and then stay with it until it doesn't work, and then you change it up again and find something that works and stick with it again.
Just keep going.
Yeah, that's fishing. Alright, biggest one so far.
Dandy.
You can't just throw one thing out all the time and stay at one depth. You gotta play around with it. Tide starts changing, the fish move. They go deeper or shallower, and you just gotta keep chasing them.
So what you're saying is you're just doing a better job at chasing them.
I'm getting lucky, and I'm staying with what's working, and when it works, I stick with it.
Yeah, buddy.
Look how chromer that sucker is.
That's a toad.
I mean, just the accuracy. We're using a little 6-ounce sinker. We're dropping into balls of bait. You can watch the sinker drop right into the ball of bait, hook up, and you can watch the bait fish and the sinker come right back up. You can watch everybody bounce in the bottom, trying to get bait. Garmin puts out an awesome product. One cool feature of this thing that I really like, that was kind of a cheater. There's times when you're anchored up at a spot and you're halibut fishing and you have a lot of confidence of where you threw the hook out and it's just not paying off, right? But you see one of your buddies or a boat you know that's 3/4 of a mile away or half mile away or whatever, a far distance, right? And so if you see them and you know that they're catching fish, and they're just whopping them, and you're not. That's an issue, right? Just say my buddy was out here at about 2 miles away, and I could hear, and you can hear those halibut hitting the deck and everybody hooping and hollering and those halibut flapping on the boat. If I could find him here, I could zoom in wherever his mark was, and I could hit mark, and I could mark him, and I would know exactly where he was fishing and getting those big fish. When I'm catching fish all the time, you know, I mean, I'm out fishing, and when I get into good fish and the other boats aren't catching anything that are, you know, in the area, they always like to come over and ask me a question, you know, or how big was the fish, or whatever. They always have some small talk. And then you see them reach up here and they mark their screen, so they're marking that spot, right? And that's kind of a little trick. Now, if you had this instrument, if you had this Garmin unit, then you don't have to do that. You could actually say, oh, here's John's boat. He's fishing that hump and that much water on that break. I'm going to pin him and I'm going to mark him. Now that boat doesn't have to go anywhere to mark me. I thought that was a really cool feature of this unit. I highly recommend it. I'm going to try to do a squid fishing video, and we're going to go out and we're going to be fishing, you know, sometimes over 1,000 feet of water, and I'm going to be trying to pick up that thermocline where that temperature is, and that's where the squid will be. They'll be right above it or right below it, and I want to be able to see that, and I'm sure that we have. I just got these electronics on the boat, and I haven't quite went out there and tried it, but I've got pretty good confidence that I'm going to be able to get right on them, and it'll make it a lot more efficient. So if you like these videos, you got any questions, fire me off something, please share it, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you like any of the other videos, please share them with friends. But I did a short video on Honda motors and why I recommend them and why I believe in them, and offshore props. So if you want to see that, just click above. But know where your meat comes from. Whack 'em and stack 'em. Enjoy the outdoors and friends and family.